Why do you always postpone the most important things? You know exactly what you should be doing right now, and yet, here you are. It's not laziness, it's not a lack of willpower, and it's definitely not a personality flaw. What's actually happening inside your brain when you procrastinate is something far more interesting, and once you understand it, you'll never see that feeling the same way again. Here's the thing most people get wrong. Procrastination isn't about time management, it's about emotion management. When you look at a task, especially a big, important one, your brain doesn't just evaluate the work, it evaluates how that task makes you feel. And if the answer is anxious, overwhelmed, or uncertain, your brain treats it like a threat and pushes you immediately into fight or flight mode, not a metaphorical threat, a real one. The part of your brain called the amygdala, the same structure that fires when you're physically in danger, activates when you look at a task that feels threatening. And the moment it does, it hijacks the prefrontal cortex, the rational, planning part of your brain that was trying to get you to start. The amygdala wins. Your brain steers you away. You flight by opening your favorite social media app instead. And for a moment, you feel better. The anxiety drops. That relief is real, and that's exactly the problem. Your brain just learned that avoiding the task removes the discomfort, so it files that away. Next time the task comes up, it avoids it faster. The procrastination loop isn't a character flaw, it's a learnt anxiety response, the same neurological mechanism behind any avoidance behavior. Research published in 2023 found that this is especially common in high-functioning people. High IQ, high ambition, and still completely unable to start. Because the smarter you are, the more vividly you can imagine everything that could go wrong. The amygdala gets more material to work with. There's a second mechanism layered on top of this. Economists call it present bias. Your brain doesn't value time equally. A reward today feels roughly 5 times more real than the same reward next week. So when you weigh do the hard thing now against feel comfortable now, the comfort wins almost every time. Not because you're irrational, but because your brain is wired to prioritize the immediate. The important task is always in the future. The relief is always right now. So what do you actually do about it? The most effective intervention found in recent research isn't motivation. It isn't discipline. It's something called an implementation intention, and it's almost annoyingly simple. Instead of telling yourself, I'll work on the report today, you say, I will work on the report at 10 a.m. at my desk for 25 minutes. A 2024 study found that this specific if-then structure, when X happens, I will do Y, reduced amygdala activation at task onset by 41%. Not by making the task easier, but by removing the moment of decision entirely. When the brain doesn't have to choose, the amygdala has nothing to react to. You just start. The other thing that works, make the task so small it's impossible to feel threatened by. Not write the chapter, just open the document. That's it. Because starting is the only thing that matters. The anxiety lives in the anticipation, almost never in the doing. Procrastination isn't you being weak, it's your brain doing exactly what it was built to do, protecting you from discomfort, prioritizing now over later. The trick is learning to make starting feel safer than avoiding, because the task isn't the threat, the thought of the task is, and luckily you can always do something about a thought.